Here we go, friends. We definitely have an escalation. I was going to say, in a civil war? Is this an escalation in a civil war? Hate to call this a civil war because it's not like America's split and you have Americans fighting other Americans in a traditional civil war sense. This is a war against, this is an outside interference that's happening right now. You're seeing all of ththese people. It's us. It's the based Americans out there going, this is man, we're patriots. It's people who love this country versus people who hate this country. In fact, they won't shut the fuck up with how much they hate this country. Listen to any of these leftards, any of these BLM, Antifa pricks, any of these communists from the left. They're always running around telling everybody, how America's always sucked, man. America's like always been super duper awful. You fucking white people and you colonizers coming over here and murdering all of the indigenous lesbian Indians. And then you built all of this with the stolen laborers of the fucking Blixens people. You guys are like the super duper worst. America sucks, man. So when you have people like that, this is not a civil war. Those people hate America. Those are Chinese operatives. Those are the foot soldiers of the CCP infiltrating us. So it's more like we're fighting a second revolutionary war against these fucking imperialist Chi-Coms who've infiltrated our country. But that aside, all right, that aside, we have a definite escalation in this situation that's going on. The other day, when the Supreme Court was like, nah, we don't want to really listen to Texas. I know Texas is suing these criminal states over here, but we're not really interested in listening to this because we don't want to get bloated up by all of these people behind Joe Biden. So we're just going to ignore it and kick it out because there's no standing here, boys. No standing. Well, one of the things that came out of that was the GOP chairman for Texas came out and goes, well, maybe we'll leave them. maybe Texas will fucking secede then. We're going to take off. And everybody was like, Lols, that's funny. Lols, hey, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Well, guys, they have actually started to create some legislation in Texas to get their Texit going. Take a look at this. We're over here at bigleaguepolitics.com. Texas lawmaker announces Texit bill that would allow Lone Star State to leave the union. Don't mess with Texas. A Texas state representative is working on legislation that would allow Texas to vote on a Brexit-style referendum to leave the union and become a stand-alone nation. Republican State Representative Kyle Beardman of Fredericksburg announced in a social media post on Tuesday that he is crafting a Texit bill that would put a secession on the ballot in Texas. Quote, the federal government is out of control and does not represent the values of Texans. That is why I'm committing to file legislation this session that will allow a referendum to give Texans a vote of the state of Texas to reassert its status as an independent nation, Beardman wrote. And for any of you lefties out there who are illiterate and don't think that this has any standing, take a look at this. Article 1, Section 1 of the Texas State Constitution reads, quote, Texas is a free and independent state, subject only to the Constitution of the United States, and the maintenance of our free institutions and the perpetuity of the Union depend upon the preservation of the right of local self-government unimpaired to all states. Additionally, the Texas Republican Party has a plank that includes an explicit endorsement for the right of their free state to secede from the Union. Quote, pursuant to Article 1, Section 1 of the Texas State Constitution, the federal government has impaired our right of local self-government. Therefore, federally mandated legislation that infringes upon the 10th Amendment rights of Texans should be ignored, opposed, refused, and nullified, the platform states in its 65th plank. Quote, Texas retains the right to secede from the United States should a future president and Congress change our political system from a constitutional republic to any other system, the document states. So wow, that's where we've been brought to by these lefty communists. All you Democrats and you commies out there, thank you. You have openly brought us to a point where states are talking about openly leaving. And here's Texas. They're actually filing paperwork for a Texit. And I know a lot of people are going to listen to this, they're going to watch, hey, ain't nobody leaving. Ain't no states leaving over this Joe Biden situation. Really? You think this would be the craziest thing in the last 5 years? After everything we've seen over the last 5 years, this is the craziest thing you've seen? You just watch an entire left-hand side of politics with their media partners hound our president for 4+ years over Russia with no evidence. They impeached our president over a Ukrainian phone call. Right? They burned their own cities down for months. They've put us in a lockdown over the fucking cold. These people openly stole an election in front of everybody. Over the last few weeks, we've been watching these idiots across multiple states brazenly, openly steal an election. For fuck's sake, we even recorded it with security cameras, broadcast the receipts of these shitheads pulling ballots out from underneath tables in the middle of the night, counting them off multiple times, broadcast that out. We are in chaos mode. This is clown world. Watching a place go, no, I'm done with all of this. What will it take to see some places leaving at this point? I'm surprised Texas has put up with it this long. I'm surprised Texas is like, of course we're the fuck out here. Look how crazy this place is. And then you sue these criminal states, and the Supreme Court's like, nah, you ain't got no standing. Don't worry. No. You sit down and shut up. You keep taking what these Democrats are doing to you over there in Texas. I'm not surprised that Texas is planning on leaving. Shit. I'm going to go with you guys. Could you imagine? First of all, I don't want to see the split up of the union. I don't want to see any places leaving. But if any place is going to leave, Texas has the right. This is the only place to come into the union as its own republic. It was its own country, the Republic of Texas. It's in all their founding documents, all their state documents. They're like, hey, we can leave whenever we want. We're our own state. So, that being said, I don't think they need to leave. I think Donald Trump still has this. Things are still working out. Donald Trump has a few more weeks. I think in the next 2 days, you're going to see some incredible escalation and ass whooping going on. And I think Donald Trump is going to save all of this. But let's say things don't go our way. Let's say that these Chi-Com bastards are able to steal this country. Could you imagine? This is almost a thought worth having at this point. A dream worth wishing for. But not really, because I want this country to remain intact. Could you imagine a Republic of Texas, its own entity, with President Trump at the helm? A place that doesn't shut down every time somebody fucking sneezes? A place where you can walk around with your gun? A place where if assholes get in the middle of the street and start pounding on your car, you could fucking actually, move yourself from the situation? Holy hell. Sign me the fuck up. You've already seen all of these places, all of these companies, all of these businesses flooding Texas. They're fleeing Colorado. They're fleeing California. They're fleeing all of these blue shitholes. Shit, if the Republic of Texas left, Donald Trump became the president of the Republic of Texas, what you would see is all the other states going, excuse me! Arizona would be can we get in on some of this? Can we come in, please? New Mexico's, let us in. Nevada, let us in. The only two places that won't want to come in on this will be that shithole New York and this dump-ass California over here. And the Republic of Texas will be like, you keep your AIDS, by the way. And you idiots with your meth and your AIDS needles, you stay over there on the coast. You're not even allowed over here. That would be incredible. But here we go. This is where we're at. Joe Biden's unity and healing is leading to places leaving. This is going to be incredible. So buckle in, my friends. The next couple days are going to be awesome. We should see an incredible escalation in Donald Trump bitch slapping these people. And should everything fall apart? Should Donald Trump be let down by everybody? Should Donald Trump get screwed by every fucking rhino Republican in Washington, D.C. and abroad? We got a great backup plan. That's an incredible backup plan. You should sleep well at night knowing that we got a lot of options for success as Americans and people who love the Republic. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the video. Support you. I hope you kept up to date on this 2020 craziness. Boof! Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.